Hi, my name is Jessica Grogan and my student number is 001019441T. The subject title is Naturopathic Framework, ADVNPNF13. I've given you your naturopathy fact sheet, and your declaration. So if you'd like to read that out loud, just so we've dealt with all of that, we can start from there. Go ahead.
I, Jenna Carden-Rooney, on this day, 24th of the 9th, 2013, agree to the inclusion of my contribution in this DVD/video assessment, the nature of which has been explained to me. I understand that my contribution will be viewed by an assessor at the college for the purpose of assessment and marking. I am over the age of 18 and have agreed to be a part of this DVD/video assessment on a voluntary basis. I understand that this DVD/video assessment or part of it may also be used for the purpose of further review at the college or used in moderation for validation processes. I understand and agree that my personal details and this DVD/video assessment will be stored and archived in accordance with the college policy and procedure. I have read and understood the college privacy policy and procedure found at www.think.edu/
Sorry. Keep going, Jenny, you're alright. As long as you get it out, it's okay.
Policies and forms. My contribution has, to the best of my knowledge, been truthful and honest. I have not deliberately sought to conceal any relevant facts from the markers of this DVD/video or the assessment reviewers.
I, Morgan Cowie, on this day, the 24th of September 2013, agree to the inclusion of my contribution in this DVD/video assessment, the nature of which has been explained to me. I understand that my contribution will be viewed by an assessor at the college for the purpose of assessment and marking. I am over the age of 18 and have agreed to be part of this DVD/video assessment on a voluntary basis. I understand that this DVD/video assessment, or part of it, may also be used for the purpose of further review at the college or used in moderation for validation processes. I understand and agree that my personal details in this DVD/video assessment will be stored and archived in accordance with the college policy and procedure. I have read and understood the college privacy policy and procedure found at http://www.think.edu.au/policies and forms. My contribution has, to the best of my knowledge, been truthful and honest. I have not deliberately sought to conceal any relevant facts from the makers of this DVD/video or the assessment reviewers.
Alright, so I'm going to talk to you about naturopathy. It has two main philosophies, which is vitalism and holism. Vitalism refers to one's life force, your youth, your ability to live or exist. Holism obviously comes from the Greek word whole. It looks at dealing with you as a whole person, so biologically, physically, chemically, socially, economically, all of the above. We look at you as a person, not a collection of your parts. So in Western medicine, sometimes they just look at something's wrong with your breathing, they look at your lungs, or they look at the actual just part of you. We look at the whole entire body as we see you as a whole. So sometimes when we look at holism, there are different ways to treat obviously what you're going through. As a cancer patient, we might sort of give you botanical supplements, send you to counselling or social networking to help you get through what you're going through, rather than just sending you for chemotherapy as your doctor would do. We find it helps you a bit more if you can help relate with your problems and see that it's not just cancer that's getting to you, not just cancer, you're an actual person. So there's also other therapies that we can use as imagery, meditation, yoga and stuff to help you through that problem. Also, in that we look at spiritually and mentally dealing with the cause of the problem as well. So it's obviously not just a physical problem just because you have cancer. There could be other reasons behind it that might help you heal faster or help you deal with what you're going through. Vitalism recognises the relationship between a healthy body, spirit and mind. So that's your vital force. If one of them isn't working or you're not happy or balanced, it throws you off. So you don't actually function well as a person. So we can look at helping you with your mind. If there's something mentally hurting you or physically drawing you down, we'll look at that and try and help you with that. If a vital force becomes depleted or goes out of balance, we become vulnerable to disease. So obviously, you know, if you're happy and you're eating well and you're dealing with things well, you tend not to get as sick. You tend to be able to fight off disease and live a healthier life. If you're sleep deprived or you don't eat well or something's upsetting you, sometimes you won't be able to fight off that cold and flu. It'll attack you for a couple of months or a couple of weeks. Whereas someone who has a really good vital force, 2 days maybe max, they'll be sick for, or they'll fight it off very, very fast. So it's all about looking after you and making sure you're balanced to keep you healthy and happy. Holism also looks at treating a person in every aspect of their life. So your eating habits, your exercise habits, your emotionally and mentally, how you're dealing with things, whereas obviously Western medicine concentrates on the problem that you present. So someone who comes in with lower back pain might only concentrate on the muscle problem. So your back pain you're hurting because the muscle in your back is hurting. What about if that's not the cause? What about if you're so stressed out or you fell over and that's why your back is hurting? It's not actually the muscle causing it, you physically caused that pain to happen. So look at all the different ways that could be causing the physical problem that you're presenting to us. There's also environmental factors that could be causing your pain. So someone could be obviously mentally or physically abusing you. That is something obviously we would keep to ourselves and be very confidential about, but that could be another reason. So we'll look at that side of it as well. Obviously vitalism will look at your spirit, your body, your mind. If you're feeling down or tired or stressed, Western medicine might think that is because you're depressed. That could just be one reason. They might want to give you an antidepressant. We don't want to do that. We want to treat you with obviously a holistic approach, maybe with vitamins or, you know, using chamomile, lavender in your room to help you at night just to sleep, relax the mind and your body. Also, diet and exercise can affect how you emotionally and physically interact with people. So it could be you have poor diet, so you're not sleeping very well. So we'll look at that and try and see if we can approach it in a different way. It's obviously a step-by-step process. Nothing is just going to be solved in an instant. So we'll look at that as well for you. Next, we look at like your treatment methods. So 4 or 5 clients came in with stomach pain. Obviously, no client or no person is the same. Neither is the pain that they go through. So we will probably never have the same treatment method for a client because you're not the same person, and we don't want to treat you just, you know, as a typical treatment. Like you come in, you have stomach pain, we give you Buscopan or something and send you home. We want to help you deal with what's happening to you so you don't have to come back. So you can choose the right lifestyle treatment for you. That way, yeah, you're going to be happy and live a healthy life. So sometimes you get stomach pain from poor diet. Obviously stress can be a major factor. You can get stomach ulcers from stress. You might not be able to break down the food you're eating because it's too complex carbohydrate, like you can't break that down. One way we would look at dealing with that is I would give you B1. It's really good at breaking down carbohydrates, turning them into energy, which could be a reason why you're stressed. Or you can give someone rhodiola, which also is for stress and stamina. It'll help you not feel overwhelmed so much. Using B12 is also good for nervous tension support, so I'll look at doing that as well. Something that I know about. So that's my approach that I would personally use for you. If you're having digestive system troubles or breaking down your carbohydrates, it might be something that I need to send you to a dietitian for. I might not be able to help you, but that's something we look at further down the path if I can't help treat you. After we have addressed your issue, your form of treatment, we might also offer different methods to help your vital force and to balance you out. So a dietitian we would bring in if there's to help with the vitamin treatment that I'm doing. They might also be able to, you know, increase the fibre in your diet or give you extra fruits so the acid in your stomach isn't contaminated and stuff like that. So sometimes we work hand in hand with people. It's very effective, most people would think. We can also send you to counselling if stress is a problem and you don't know how to deal with the stress, you're not coping, or there's someone in your life that's stressing you out. It's good to talk through your problems and see how they work. So that could also be another treatment method. At this stage, usually we have dealt with your problem and come up with a solution. If I can't, I would also refer you to go back to your doctor or to go to pathology and get your blood test done, or just to see if there's something that I can't personally deal with you. They can break it down. It might be something that it's out of my control. I might not be able to help you. So it's another way we look at it. There might be actually a specialist I can refer you to, and I can do that. So if you need to see a top-notch dietitian and the only way is to get a referral, I can refer you to see a certain specialist to help with your problem as well. They want me to talk about how I use naturopathy in my life. I have no cartilage inside my knee, so I use a lot of glucosamines and stuff like that with chondroitin as they lubricate the joint and help balance out the cartilage that's been damaged. I also use rosemary in combination with almond oil. It's really good for the joint, stops pain and stuff like that. So rubbing it on the joint can stop the arthritis pain from coming through. I also light candles at night and stuff like that to help relax as I'm studying. I find that's very effective for me as well, because I do tend to get very stressed out. So yeah, you would all know that. I'm a very stressed person most of the time. I can't figure things out. There are a few contradictions that come in with naturopathy. I can't treat someone who has diabetes or pregnancy, or you wouldn't put them on a diet or something like that. I could work with your GP side by side and figure out what natural ways we could add into your treatment that wouldn't harm you or anything like that. I also wouldn't give a pregnant person a lot of seafood in their diet, like high omega-3s and stuff like that. There are certain things you can take high in omega-3, but we wouldn't tell you to sit down and eat a big plate of fish or something like that. It's not something you really want to do. We also want to know about your medications that you've been taking. That will also help me come up with a solution for you, because it could be a medication that's cutting in and stopping your vital force from being balanced, and stopping me from treating you as a whole. So that's another reason that I'll look at that. I cannot treat anyone that has a communicable disease. Sorry, I can't treat someone that has that. It has to go to a GP. That's out of my control. It's just how it is. I can't treat them. They have to see a doctor. I would also like to discuss with you like the treatment process that I would go through if you're a client and you came in to see me, what your appointment sort of procedure would be like. So I would want you to bring in any of your past medical history, anything like that, your x-rays, any medications you're taking, anything along those lines, anything that would be helpful, and also have a lot of time, because the first consultation process can take up to an hour and a half, and obviously we want to be able to give you the best results possible. So come in with an open mind and plenty of time, and you should be right with that. Also get you to fill out a questionnaire when you first come in. So probably would have your age, any dietary requirements that you have, if you're allergic to anything, if any medications have reacted to you, or certain substances react to your skin or anything like that. Also, I would take photographs if you had any skin problems to see the progress or to be able to treat them, anything like that. Also, if you have any pain, I'd ask the intensity of the pain, where the actual pain's coming from. So is it from your shoulder? Is it that affecting your back, your neck, anything like that? Or is it a knee pain? Is that also affecting your hips or your other parts of your body? Or is it just simply in the location that you've shown me? That's where the pain's coming from. We do document everything that happens in every session. So I would be writing down what you're saying to me, what I think is working, how you've reacted to what I've said, if you're open to the ideas that I've come up with, or whether it's something you're not really wanting to do, and try and figure out a different way to help you. Get you to take home getting you to take home and stuff like that, see how it works, record results, and keep them on file. Also, if it's a skin problem, I'll take photos, step-by-step processes to see how you're going. The only thing I would ever do would be able to share with a doctor, or for legal purposes, if someone needs to look at your file. Other than that, it's confidential. I wouldn't be sharing it with anyone that I know, my best friend, or my partner or anything. I wouldn't sit down with them and talk about another person's file. It's not very professional. There are legal requirements that I do have to follow, and basically we can't claim to be what we're not. So I can't sit here and tell you that I'm a doctor, because I'm not. I'm going to be a naturopath. It might take me a while, but I'm going to be one. So I can't sit there and say that I'm I can't diagnose you, so I can't tell you that you've got cancer or you've got diabetes or something like that. That's not my job. That's not what I look at doing, so I can't do that for you. And if you bring me a prescription, I can't change it. It's not part of my job either. Also, if I'm dealing with any youth or students or anything like that, if they're a harm to themselves or I believe that it's something that needs to be spoken to docs, I have to contact them straight away. That's also part of my legal requirements. Obviously, I am confidential with them, but there's certain things that I can't bypass. I have to let them know what's going on. We also have workplace health and safety agreements. We and OH&S policies that are in control. So if I went and dealt with someone with an open wound that was pussy and stuff, you would obviously expect me to clean my hands before I touched you or dealt with you. We also have a sharps box that would also have to be in the clinic in case I needed to use any medications or anything on you that were a liquid, and we have that to dispose of, obviously with gloves and soaps and everything, so everything's clean, professional and everything like that. Like I said before, all your information is confidential. The only thing that I would ever have to do is if I was summoned by court, I'd have to show them your file. I couldn't keep that to myself. Or if I thought your doctor needed or he was worried about you and the medications that you've been taking, I would have to show him your file to be in control with him. So I'm almost done. No, it's been a bit long, but we also have a code of conduct which states I can't financially exploit you. I can't have sex with any of my sexual relations with any of my clients or anything like that. We have to display our code of conduct inside the practice along with our qualifications, so we're not exceeding what we can do. We also can't practice under the influence of alcohol or drugs or be mentally impaired when treating you or have a mental condition or anything like that. Alright, so that's basically me done. Is there any questions that you would like to ask or anything you're sort of thinking about?
Yeah, I've got a question. If you haven't been professionally diagnosed with a specific illness, say diabetes or thyroid problems, is it still a good idea to see a naturopath?
Yeah, if you want to look at your general well-being or you're concerned with certain aspects of your life, we can always give you vitamins or herbal remedies or stuff like that that you can use just to improve how you're living, or if you're in a little bit of pain but you don't think it's really bad, you just want to know if there's a natural remedy to solve it, we can do that as well. So yeah, there's lots of different ways we can help without you actually being sick. Anything else anyone would like to ask while I'm here?
Can a naturopath help with weight loss?
We can look at every step of your lifestyle and see if there's a vitamin or herbal approach that might be able to help break down the fats that are stored. And we can look at your exercise regime, your diet and stuff like that. So I might not be able to make you drop a lot of weight, but I can make you look at your aspects of your life which may help in the future to lose weight. So yeah, we can help, but it doesn't mean I'm going to completely fix your problem.
That's fair enough.
Right, well, I think that's me done. Thank you for listening, and I hope that I passed my assessment.
Sure you'll